Once upon a time, a girl in Bulgaria had a baby out of wedlock, which created hysteria. Her father was like, "Girl, you a disgrace," so she had to get out of that horrible place.
She fled to England, but it's just the beginning. She met this guy, he said she had to die. She was the key to break the curse, so hell no, this can't get any worse. She's like, "No way, Jose." He said, "No, my name is Klaus." She's like, "Doesn't matter, I'm tired of this chatter.
I know, I'll run like hell, and if that don't work, I'll kill myself." She met Trevor, he loved her so. He said, "Come to my house," but Rose was like, "We can't go against the powerful Klaus." Catherine was not having that. You won't believe what happened next. She died with the rope around her neck. Catherine became a vampire with Rose as her sire. It got bad, Klaus got mad. Klaus killed Catherine's family. She had to run away.
She had to flee. Let's skip some years, save some of your tears. Running gets boring for 100 years. She's still running from the original Klaus. She lives in the Salvatore's house. She has 2 boys, cause one ain't enough. She has Stefan,
who was sweet, and Damon, who was rough.
Found families were figuring it out. The vampires were like, "What you talking about?"
They knew all about the vampire games. Damon and Stefan didn't feel the same. They wanted to protect. They let her bite their necks. Their secret was safe because their mind she'd erased. Soon her efforts were in vain.
In no time she was detained.
She was injected with vervain.
Stefan didn't keep his mouth shut. He caused Damon to get roughed. They tried to save her.
Giuseppe began to panic. He shot his sons and killed their family dynamic. But what he didn't know, their fangs would soon show. Caterina's witch friend Emily made them daylight rings, even though she thought they were vile things. A century later,
there's Elena, Catherine's doppelganger. But here's a little twist. She's best friends with a bandit witch. There's only one human in Mystic Falls. His name is Matt, and he's yay tall. Hold your horses, it's not a race. There's more drama in this odd place.
There's Caroline, she's mighty fine. Catherine began to calm. She turned her and said, "Game on." She tried to take Jenna's life. How does one walk into a knife? Damon befriends Sheriff Forbes.
She didn't know Damon was hiding things behind closed doors. Then there is Bonnie's Graham. She didn't put up with vampire scams. Sadly, she died. That's a long story, let's put it aside.
Well, let's go back to Katerina. She's played by a beautiful girl named Nina. Well, Damon loved her way too much, whereas Stefan didn't love her enough. You can't forget about Stefan's Bonnie die, and of course there's Damon.
He's a riot.
Will all the woodland creatures rebel?
I don't know, only time will tell. Is Catherine in the tomb? Will Jeremy survive his emotional wounds? His parents drove off Hickory Bridge, and his girlfriend's blood was way too rich. Damon turned her, staked her, compelled Jeremy to forget. That's not the craziest thing that's happened yet.
Bonnie's learning a new spell.
Will Jenna invite him love and fell?
Don't get me started on Isabel. She married history teacher Rick, and it made her sick when Elena found out about her little trick.
Her father was her uncle was her father, but Isabel didn't want to be bothered. Catherine found Isabel. She told her
not to tell.
She needed Elena to give to Klaus. She bartered for her freedom. Klaus needed her to build his hybrid kingdom. Now Elena has a boo, and Stephanie didn't even have a clue. They didn't know Catherine wasn't in the tomb.
Probably did not. Now there's supposed to be a sacrifice. Elena doesn't think that's very nice. Here comes the originals one by one. We got Klaus, Becca, Elijah, and Esther's other 2 sons. They were the first curse with the thirst, but was supposed to protect them, ended up being a curse. All this drama. Mama.
Klaus' temper gets in the way. He daggers his siblings day by day. Legends understand why he needs to be so rough. Klaus doesn't think anything's enough. For Bane, old Spade, they are okay, except when they're used against each other. Let's not get started on Klaus's mother.
Here comes Mayor Lockwood's brother. He has a secret. He wants to keep it.
Mason's aware of the changing every month. They don't know for sure, but they have a hunch. Mason killed someone and triggered the curse. Every time he turns, the pain gets worse. Tyler Lockwood's a nervous wreck when accidentally breaks a young girl's neck.
He and Caroline are spending some time. The full moon is the opposite of kind. All Tyler's bones begin to crack. Matt tries to get Caroline back. Mason's helping Catherine get the stone, but the fool don't know that he works alone.
The sacrifice takes some lives. John died so Elena could survive. Jenna's life was lost that night. It was a very upsetting sight. At the end of the day, will Elena be okay?
Stefan became the Ripper again to save his brother. They won't admit they love each other. Elena needs Lexi to help Stefan. She's helped him before time and time again.
Elena is sad. Stefan gets bad. David falls in love and Elena needs a hug.
Stefan and Klaus have a past, but how long will their friendship last? Klaus makes him turn off his humanity. Everyone starts to lose their sanity. Bonnie and Jeremy start to date.
They keep it a secret to avoid Elena's hate, but now Elena says it's okay. It's not like they don't see each other every day.
There's a problem with Jeremy. He is starting to go crazy. He can see his two dead girlfriends after they reach their untimely end. And now there's Rick. He started to get sick. He tried to find out
the ring's little trick. Each time he died, it brought him back to life. Even when he stabbed himself with a knife.
This is a knife.
And made him crazy. His memories got hazy.
Elena won't admit she has feelings for Damon because people's blood he's been draining. Caroline won't admit that Elena's changing. Catherine's been MIA, and Steph turns on his humanity one day. And then there is the white of state that makes Elena drive into the lake. But wait, there's bad blood in her system. Damon still wants her to kiss him. Now they're sired. Stephen gets tired. Catherine is mused when she hears about the news. Elena killed a vampire hunter because she was worried about her little brother. There's a new problem with Jeremy. Stephen makes him invoke his hunter destiny to save Elena from the hunter's curse. Things are to get a lot worse. Klaus really wants to be with Caroline, but she won't give him any time. She looks tired, but he's off helping the sire. We find out there's a vampire cure. It becomes a race. Who wants it more? There's supposed to be 3 massacres. Bonnie doesn't want anyone to get hurt. They're still looking for the cure. Silas has illusions of grandeur. Jeremy kicks a bucket. Where's the cure? Catherine took it. Bonnie tries to save Jeremy. Elena can't deal with this tragedy. She burns her house down to the ground. Why are they still sticking around? Maybe it's time to leave Mystic Falls. Maybe it's time to call a U-Haul. Elena presses her off switch and then tries to kill her best friend witch. Catherine still has the cure. Elena doesn't want it anymore. Catherine doesn't want to run no more. Becker wants to be a human. Because of this, Klaus is fuming. Then there's pregnant wolf girl Haley. The witches say it's Klaus's baby. He thinks that they are all crazy. Klaus's really is to blame. Then there's Marcella. He goes insane. Now there's a rule on Bourbon Street. Witches can't do magic with their dead meat. Elena almost killed her best friend Matt. Damon killed him and she was not having that. He had on his Gilbert ring, but still for Elena, her emotions sting. Elena turns back on her feelings. It's hard for her, but she's dealing. Silas wants to lift the veil. Secretly, Bonnie wants his plan to fail. Silas can change his face. There's this very interesting place, a place called the other side. Supernatural goes there when they die. He wants to break the veil from here to there so the dead can walk around everywhere. Silas wants to take the cure so he can die. He wants to be with his long dead wife. Is that what she was? Well, she was who he loved. He wants to give her a really big hug. Yes, he does.
It's a selfish desire. It's kind of a liar.
He's kind of a liar.
It's a selfish desire. He's kind of a liar.
He's kind of a liar.
There would have to be a lot of death. 2/3 of it hasn't happened yet.
Becca offers to take Stefan's memories of Elena and the other tragedies. Stefan says go ahead and do it. Becca says that would be too easy. Screw it. Catherine has a friend. And when I say friends, I mean friends.
It's Elijah, original brother, impeccable taste. She wants to make a deal with Klaus to get him off her case. Bonnie's mother, Abby, left her daughter.
Bonnie didn't want to be part of the slaughter. Abby couldn't put Silas down because she's a vampire and she's out of town.
The first slaughter was at the Young farm. 12 humans are now dead. And April Young was an orphan and said, not the farm, well darn. Well, now it's the second massacre. Damn, Silas must really want the cure.
Klaus's hybrids were sacrificed so Silas can have his happy afterlife. Now there's a third because 2 ain't enough.
The witches didn't like the expression. Things started to get rough. All the witches linked together to save Bonnie. Caroline made sure heads were severed. Caroline has a lot of guilt.
The steps to break down the veil have been built. Everyone begins to panic. They're afraid the results will be titanic.
Laura came back with Jeremy.
They had birds at the cemetery.
Don't forget about Lexi.
They listened to Bon Jovi.
Stefan handed Elena the cure,
saying the decision will always be yours. She was finally okay with her fate, but she kept the cure just in case. Bonnie didn't want Jeremy to leave,
so she had a powerful spell up her sleeve. What she didn't know when she gave him back his life, she was the one who had to die. She can't upset the balance of life and death without an upsetting consequence. The girl still had to graduate,
so pulling up the veil would have to wait. Bonnie didn't even tell her friends that she too had met her untimely end.
The graduation was going just fine, but then Catherine walked inside. She threatened Elena with a stake, smiled and said,
"Happy graduation, cupcake."
She tried to kill Elena.
She said she was an evil doppelganger.
She wanted her to be in a lot of pain. When they were rolling on the ground,
suddenly the cure Elena found. Elena shoved it in her face. She put Catherine in her place.
Have a nice human life, Catherine.
Elena said, oh well, as long as she's not dead. Bonnie thought Silas was calcified, but it turns out that when she died, magic was reversed. Let's talk about the loophole of his curse.
The witches created a shadow self, so he needed Stefan's help. Silas was supposed to be in the lake, but it turns out the body was a fake. Silas looked just like Steph, so he faked his own death.
He threw a trap Stefan in the lake.
Whatever happiness was left, he gladly did take. That's the end of season 4. Watch it on Thursday on the CW if you want to know more. That's the end of this round. Took a week to write and 2 hours to record it. Can you imagine that?
Yes, finally. Hello, Elena.
Catherine, what are you doing here?
I came to see my Salvatores. Oh, honey, you look awful. Why do you look like someone shot a panda bear?
Bill Forbes is trying to out us all to the council.
Don't get me started on the irony of that.
What do you know about werewolves?
It's quite simple, actually. I know not to pet one. You look mad.
I'm not angry. I'm freaking hungry.
Oh, what are we going to do about that?
Move.
What's wrong with your face?
This is my happy face.
Sweet, innocent little Elena. Are you afraid I'm going to kill you?
You self-obsessed egomaniac.
We're going to have so much fun together. Ouch.